Today, on Be Something Wonderful, revision bends time, changing your past, present, and future now. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back and good morning. Early morning session that I had with this client who asked about revision. We did a big unpacking on Neville Goddard's revision. In other words, revising events that you believe happened in your what you call your linear past, and remembering them, changing them, seeing them as you would have liked them to be. But remember, revisions also in the present moment, seeing reality as you would like it to be. Remember, you're always revising reality. In every moment, you're revising it. In every moment, you're revising your entire life experience, past, present, and future. So the question came up, well, Tom, how do I know after I've revised an event that it changed my reality? The answer is it's always changing. You're always revising reality based on your assumptions, based on your beliefs, based on your state of being. This is powerful. Let's hit it today. Remember, you're continually revising your reality, past, present, and future in every moment, right? And every change in reality is a complete change in reality. In other words, even if you think it's a small revision or quote small revision, as this client was talking about, there is no small or big, but it's a complete change in your past, present, and future. It's a complete change in everything, right? Remember, all probabilities exist, all realities exist. So you're not really changing anything. You're choosing from this present moment who you are and your relationship to the world and others, which changes everything, right? Changes what you see as your past and future and present, because it's all happening in the eternal moment of now, right? All life experiences, or your experience of reality, because remember, what is reality? It's your experience of ultimate reality. That's your reality. That's your 3D experience. All that is created, perceived, and manifested right now. All of it. All your life experiences, your experience of reality, all that is created, perceived, and manifested right now. When you revise or change any part of reality, you change all of it, all of reality. When you imagine and assume you, right, you are different. Any change, no matter how small or big, means it's all different. No matter what you're assuming about yourself and others, whatever how small that is, it changes everything. I really want to hit this today. So let's hit it then like we never have before. Remember, what is revision? Revision's about imagining reality as you would like it to be, your ideal, and not seeing it as it appears to be. Remember this, we always use this frame, this blue frame, as your current frame of reality. And this blue stick figure is that current version of you. Well, I have it dotted here because as solid as everything looks, as solid as this physical reality looks, it's always changing within you, depending on your assumptions, on your beliefs, on your moods. It's always changing depending on you, how you're seeing the world, how you're seeing yourself. You're revising it in every moment, right? So it's not about changing people, events, and circumstances, but rather, it's about choosing your preferred version of reality without rejecting or invalidating any other possibility, any other reality. That's important, right? It's assuming and imagining reality as you would have liked it to be, past images, and how you would like them to be, the present and future images. Because remember, everything is memory. Everything's an image. We're always remembering reality. Creation's finished means all those possibilities already exist. When we remember, we can remember the future just as easily as we can remember the past. All those images exist, all memory. You exist in all images, all realities, all versions of you. You're creating it and revising it in every moment. Nothing is fixed or final. You get to choose your experience of reality, all that is, in each moment and now. Nothing is fixed or final. You get to choose among those infinite experiences that you are as all that is, what you want to experience next. What part of reality you want to have that physical knowing of all that you already know. That's powerful. So it's not about changing outcomes or denying or invalidating any outcome, right? It's about choosing your ideal past, present, and future experience of reality from the now moment. It's about choosing your ideal outcome. All outcomes, all images, all possibilities exist here and now. Your experience is the only reality or what's real. Do you hear it? Your experience of reality is the only reality. It's the only thing that's real or reality. And you have the free will to choose your experience of reality regardless of the appearances. And when you change or choose your experience, you change your reality or choose it, past, present, and future. You rearrange your perception of all it is to align with your ideal and your preferences. You rearrange everything. It all changes according to your revisions, according to the way you see reality, past, present, and future. That's powerful today. Your experience and perception is the only proof and evidence that you have revised reality, because there is nothing outside of your experiencing and perceiving of it. Do you see that asking, how do I know? There's nothing out there. You don't know by looking out there. You know by the change you make within. Because you are reality. Your experiencing determines it. Your perceiving determines it. Because that is all of reality. Remember, here's the past, present, and future frames and versions of you. You're in this present moment, but that's not as solid and fixed as you believe it is. That's why I have it all dotted. When you're changing here you are, right? Looking out to this, what you believe is the solid personality of who you are, but you're changing in every moment. But not just the present you in the present frame, but the past frame or the past reality and the future frame or the future reality. They're all determined from the present. As you change in the present, there's a different linear past that makes sense to who you are now. And that becomes your past. And there's a linear future that makes sense to who you are now, because they're all happening right now. Do you see? You're all realities, all possibilities, all, quote, changes right now. That's why revision is powerful. That's why revision works, right? The past, present, and future are just ideas in the eternal now, right? It's all now. One moment in time that's seen, perceived, and experienced from infinite perspectives, infinite vantage points, infinite viewpoints. So reality doesn't change. You do. Or in other words, your experience of who you are, that I am awareness. You see reality. You have that experience in time and space, in that solid physical reality, because you're seeing reality from infinite different vantage points, perspectives, versions of you, right? So you create the experience of time, space, and change to eternally know yourself as all that is. To know yourself as all that is experientially here in the 3D experience, as that limitless, multidimensional spiritual being that you are. Big unpacking today. So revision then, back to revision, is about remembering reality, remembering your experience of it differently, right? Your experience of reality is reality, so it's about remembering your experience differently, right? This is not a surface change, this is a change in reality in its entirety, right? Remembering, it's not just some say, well, Tom, isn't that just a perceptual change, just seeing it differently? Yes. It's a perceptual change, but when you see it differently, it is different. That other past is no longer your preferred past. It's no longer who you are. You're different now. Remembering is an imaginal act. Memory is a mental image. Memory is an imaginal image. It's all memory. We're always just remembering who we are. You can remember how you would like things to be, or would have liked them to be, as in the past. just as you remember how things appear to be or appeared to be. Do you see it? You remember these appearances, either now or before, but you can easily remember how you would have liked it to be or would like it to be, just as easily as you can remember these other appearances that you believe happened or you believe are reality. There you are. Do you see it? It's all past, right? Everything is already there. Everything is already happened, happening, and will happen. So what you call this present reality or this current reality is really your present past. And then you have your future past, and then you have your past. All linear experiences determined in the now moment by the identity you decide to be. You revise everything, the past, the future past, and the present past, all now in the eternal moment and now by determining who you are. It creates an entirely different experience. Mind-boggling, right? All potentials already exist. I am awareness is the eternal now. Within that eternal now are all potential experiences that have happened, happening, or will happen. But they're all happening now. That's the power here. So it's not about changing conditions. Those appearances are always changing. Do you see it? So the conditions are always changing. See this? They're always changing. That's why they're in dotted lines. You're always changing. These frames are always changing. What you call the future and the past is always changing. So the appearances are changing by their nature. It's about choosing how you will remember it, how you will remember reality, that imaginal act. I remembered, this is why I always quote that movie from Solaris, Chris Kelvin, when he remembers his wife who died by suicide and the problems and the things and how he was ignoring it. And he comes to the realization, right, that I remembered her wrong. Somehow I was wrong about everything, right? When we remember things not as we would like them to be, but as we believe happened or believe them to be, and they're not our preference, then we're remembering it wrong because we get to choose our ideal. We get to choose to see it from love, from forgiveness, right? Remember, what is forgiveness? It's the continual forgiveness of sin is continually identifying with your ideal reality, continually seeing others as you would like them to be from your ideal, seeing events, people, events, and circumstances as you would like them to be, not as they appear to be, as you would have liked them to be, not as they appeared to be in what you call your memory, right? That's the point of revision, remembering righteously. Judge not according to appearance, right? Appearances change, past, present, and future. When you remember reality, your experiences, how you would like them to be rather than how they appear to be. That's what judging righteously means, right? Righteous judgment, like Chris Kelvin says, I was wrong about everything. You're wrong about everything when you're focusing on how things that you prefer them differently, but you believe that they happened or you believe that's reality. As opposed to saying, I get to create my reality. I get to remember how it should be or how I would desire it to be or how I prefer it to be. So that's the power of vision. Remembering righteously, judge not according to appearances. Appearances change and they're always changing. Past, present, and future. When you remember reality or your experience of reality, your experiences, how you would like them to be rather than how they appear to be. Your past, present, and future will never be the same because it is never the same. I've talked about this before, and this client brought this up this morning. Said that, Tom, there's a video on revision where you said your past will never be the same. Well, it will never be the same because it's never the same. You have infinite, quote, past, present, and future experiences. They're all there. They're never the same, and they're always expanding, right? In every moment. Remember, infinity, creation's finished, but it's also expanding. That's the paradox. At the same time, you're seeing it from a different vantage point, seeing it from a different viewpoint. And there are infinite, never-ending vantage points, viewpoints, or perspectives to see reality, to see that creation that is already finished. And that's what creates the expansion of the universe, the expansion of reality, the expansion of God, right? It's all finished, but at the same time, it's never-ending experience of that one reality, that one truth, that one love, right? I am never changes, but everything else does, right? Your I am never changes. Who you really are never changes, but everything else does. In other words, your experiences of that I am is in a continually constant change, right? Experiencing it differently. What we're saying is, what we're encouraging you is to remember it how you would like it to be. Experience it righteously. Remember it righteously, right? Your current identity, version of you, your assumptions about yourself, others in the world, or in other words, your self-concept creates and manifests your reality, past, present, and future. That's clear. You create your past and future from this eternal now moment, right? By how you remember, assume, and imagine it to be. It's all created from this moment. Every now moment is a new frame of reality. There's that blue frame again, dotted line. It's new. And in this new frame and version of you determines the past. There's the past frame, the black. In the future, there's the violet frame, the future frames and versions of you that align with who you're being now. Do you see it? So this every now moment, this new frame of reality that's always in flux, it's always changing. And this new version of you, this new frame and new version of you, determines the past frames and the future, the past versions of you and the past frames, and the future versions of you and the future frames and versions of you that align with who you're being now. Do you see that? It all aligns. It's all created from this powerful now moment. This is what A Course in Miracles says, and I brought this up in other videos. You're so accustomed to believe that memory holds only what is past, that it's hard for you to realize it is a skill that you can remember now. That can remember now. It's a skill that can remember now. In other words, remember who you really are, the I amness, the awareness that you are. Remembering that you exist in all memories. It's about remembering that you exist in all images, in all realities, all versions of you, past, present, and future. That's what A Course in Miracles is getting at. That's what Scripture gets at when it says, before Abraham, I am. Before all memories, before all images, before all realities, before all versions of you is your I amness, the awareness that's untouched, untainted, unaffected by any of those memories or versions or realities. It is the multidimensional you. Before your experience of past, present, and future is your I am awareness. There's only one cause, only one source, only one reality. I am awareness. A Course in Miracles says the miracle, Course in Miracles reminds you that the miracle reminds you of a cause forever present, perfectly untouched by time and interference. Never change from what it is, all that isness. That cause is I am awareness. It's the only cause. The past doesn't cause or create anything. It's all created from this present moment, from this I amness. That's the power of Neville Goddard's revision, right? So powerful today. And here's what A Course in Miracles continues to say, and you are its effects. You are the effect of your I am awareness, right? As changeless and as perfect as itself. Its memory does not lie in the past nor wait in the future. Do you see it? It's not a memory of some distant past or some far out future. It's right now. It's remembering who you are, that you're in all realities. That's all you. So how do you know you revised it? Because there is no reality or memory outside of you. There is no evidence, no proof, no sign apart from you, apart from I am. Apart from I am who I assume, imagine, and remember myself to be. There's no other evidence apart from you saying, declaring, announcing, I am who I assume, imagine, remember myself to be. In everyone, in everything, everyone as you pushed out, everything as you pushed, reflects who I am and who I remember I am. And therefore I see others and I see the world according to who I believe I am. This is what Seth through Jane Roberts, and I've said this quote over and over in dozens and dozens of videos, but I love it. You sit within the miracle of yourselves and ask for signs. It's your inner eyes I would open. So that's how you know. Open your inner eyes, and that's how you know that revision has changed. It changes everything in every moment. That's why revision bends time, changing your past, present, and future, changing all of it right now. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, for joining us at TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, for being part of our membership channel. Don't forget, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time, we're going to have our 9th live event, a live stream coming right. We're going to be streaming right here from the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas, answering your questions that you've been sending to info@besomethingwonderful.com. If you're a member, tune in. If you're not a member, check it out. There's a link below. Creators, we're great love, we're great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin coming to you from the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Until next time, we'll see you soon.